Virgo, you're known for being the perfectionist of the zodiac. Grounded, intelligent, and detail-oriented. You usually have everything under control. But the cosmos has other plans this April. As we move past April 9th, a series of astrological events are lining up that may leave you feeling unsettled, anxious, and even vulnerable. Brace yourself. These aren't your average planetary hiccups. These are 6 dangerous days that could bring emotional turbulence, misunderstandings, and energy dips. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you, we're here to prepare you. Let's dive into what these days hold for you and how you can protect your peace and power. April 11th, sudden emotional overload for Virgo. What you must know. Virgo, get ready. April 11th is no ordinary day. The moon is opposing Neptune, and that means one thing: emotional turbulence. Even the calmest Virgos might feel like they're being tossed in a storm of feelings they didn't expect. If you wake up feeling a bit off, foggy, teary, or just emotionally raw, it's not just in your head. The cosmos is stirring things up. What's happening in the sky? Neptune is the planet of illusion, dreams, and sometimes deception. When it forms a tense opposition with the moon, our emotional compass can start spinning. It's like trying to navigate a foggy road with a broken GPS. Things feel confusing, and it's hard to trust what you see or feel. For Virgo, a sign that thrives on logic and order, this kind of emotional wave can feel extremely unsettling. You like clarity. You like clean lines. But on April 11th, expect blurred boundaries, mixed signals, and a lot of internal questioning. The danger: miscommunication and emotional confusion. People around you, especially loved ones, might say things they don't mean, or worse, you may misinterpret what they say. You could find yourself reading too much into a text message, second-guessing someone's tone, or feeling rejected even when nothing is actually wrong. Romantic relationships and family ties are most vulnerable under this energy. Even your sharp Virgo instincts might miss the mark. And because Neptune rules illusions, there's a chance you might jump to the wrong conclusion, and it could spark unnecessary conflict. What you might feel: emotionally hypersensitive, confused about your feelings or someone else's, distracted or forgetful, easily overwhelmed by small tasks, disconnected from reality or your usual routine. This is not the day to confront someone, make declarations, or dig into emotional wounds. Even well-meaning words can get twisted under Neptune's haze. What to do instead? Give yourself grace. If you feel off, it's okay. Don't force yourself to power through. This is a day for gentle self-care, not overachievement. Avoid serious talks. Postpone big conversations until the fog clears. What feels like a massive issue today might seem silly tomorrow. Double-check everything. Texts, emails, appointments. Neptune loves mix-ups. A second look can save you from misunderstandings. Retreat if needed. Take a step back from social noise. Go for a walk. Meditate. Journal. Let your emotions flow privately without judgment. Affirmation for April 11th. I trust that clarity will return. I allow myself to feel without needing to fix everything right now. Pro tip for Virgo: save important decisions, declarations, and deep conversations for a clearer day, especially anything involving your heart. The energy today is more about reflection than resolution. Virgo, this day may feel like a mental maze, but remember, fog is temporary. Emotions don't define reality. Give yourself permission to pause, reflect, and breathe. You don't need to have it all figured out today. Just stay grounded, stay kind to yourself, and let the storm pass. Want to know how the rest of April will affect your chart specifically? Get your personal Virgo forecast guide now, designed just for you, with tailored advice for love, career, and energy protection. April 16th, conflict alert for Virgo. Handle with care. Virgo, buckle up. April 16th is no walk in the park. Mars, the fiery planet of action and aggression, is squaring off with your calm, rational Virgo sun. Translation? The universe is turning up the heat, and not necessarily in a good way. You're normally the one who keeps it together. Cool, collected, focused. But on this day, even you may feel like you're walking a tightrope made of dynamite. What's happening in the sky? Mars is all about energy, ambition, and assertiveness. But when it's in a tense square with your sun, that energy can feel hostile instead of helpful. You're likely to feel impatient, reactive, and a little extra on edge, especially in environments where power dynamics exist. That means bosses, managers, coworkers, or anyone who tries to tell you what to do could trigger a reaction you weren't planning for. The danger: conflict, accidents, and burnout. Let's break it down. Conflict. The smallest criticism could hit like a sledgehammer. Watch out for knee-jerk reactions or saying things you might regret later. Accidents. Rushing around in frustration can lead to slips, spills, or tech errors. Be mindful. Burnout. Mars pushes you to go harder, but your body may not keep up. You might feel mentally overloaded by mid-afternoon. This is especially intense if you've been bottling up stress. Mars square energy tends to push suppressed feelings right to the surface, and not gently. Where you'll feel it: most workplace drama, tension with colleagues or authority figures, project pressure, deadlines may feel heavier than usual. Personal relationships. You might seem irritable or impatient without meaning to physical tension. Headaches, jaw clenching, tight shoulders. What to do? Smart Virgo strategies. Stay centered. Start the day with something calming: meditation, journaling, or a quiet breakfast. Your mindset early on can set the tone. Pause before you react. Don't send that snarky email. Don't raise your voice. Count to 10, take a walk, breathe, whatever it takes to stop a snap response. Focus on what you can control. Trying to fix everything or everyone today will backfire. Narrow your focus, prioritize, let the rest wait. Avoid. Overcommitting Mars will make you feel like pushing hard, but this can lead to physical and emotional burnout. Schedule breaks. Say no. This is a day to respond, not react. If someone's trying to push your buttons, walk away. Keep your energy sacred. Silence is power. And remember, a heated moment doesn't define your day. How you handle it does. Virgo, Mars wants action, but you want peace. You can absolutely navigate this intense energy, but it requires mindfulness, patience, and protecting your energy like gold. Don't let one chaotic day throw you off your path. Stay grounded. Stay wise. You've got this. April 19th. Decision-making dilemma for Virgo. Tread carefully. Virgo, heads up. April 19th is not the day to jump into anything major. Your ruling planet, Mercury, enters its retrograde shadow zone today. If that already sounds tricky, you're right. For most signs, it's a subtle shift. But for you, Virgo, this is a cosmic caution sign flashing in bold red. You're ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, clarity, and contracts. So when Mercury starts slowing down, even in its pre-retrograde phase, you're the first to feel the static in the air. What's the Mercury shadow zone? Before Mercury officially goes retrograde, it enters a phase astrologers call the shadow zone. This is when Mercury begins to slow down and retrace the degrees it will cover during the retrograde itself. Translation: from April 19th onward, things start to feel off, but subtly. Misunderstandings creep in. Emails vanish into the void. Promises made today may not hold tomorrow. And worst of all, you might get presented with offers or choices that look better than they really are. The danger, misleading opportunities, and foggy thinking. Expect situations where a contract looks golden, but hides tricky fine print. A financial offer seems too good to be true, and is. Someone makes a promise they can't actually keep. You second-guess decisions you were once sure of. This energy can make you feel like you're being pulled in two or more directions, especially when it comes to money matters, long-term plans, and agreements. Why it hits Virgo. Hard Mercury is your planetary ruler. It governs the parts of life you're best at: logic, analysis, communication, and detail orientation. So when Mercury enters shadow, it's like your inner compass starts malfunctioning. You may start to feel mentally scattered, extra anxious, or indecisive, distrustful of your own judgment, overwhelmed by small tasks. Even your famously sharp instincts may not be as reliable as usual. That's why it's crucial to slow down and not commit to anything big today. Real-life examples of shadow zone shenanigans. Let's say you get a job offer today. It looks amazing on paper. But under Mercury shadow, there could be hidden clauses, unrealistic expectations, or vague terms that come back to haunt you once Mercury officially goes retrograde. Or maybe someone offers you a can't-miss financial deal. Sounds tempting? Under Mercury's shadow, it could be a trap in disguise. So delay signing anything, invest in big, or making irreversible moves. What to do? Instead, double-check everything: emails, texts, bills, agreements. Read the fine print and ask questions, even the awkward ones. Don't be rushed. If someone's pushing you to decide right now, that's a red flag. You have time. Use it. Revisit old projects. This is a great day to go back to things you've been meaning to finish. Mercury shadow favors reflection and revision, not bold leaps. Write it out. Feeling mentally cluttered? Journal or list your thoughts. You'll feel more in control when they're out of your head and onto paper. Virgo mantra for April 19th. Not all that glitters is gold. I trust the timing of clarity, not the pressure of the moment. Virgo, April 19th brings more questions than answers, and that's okay. You don't need to solve everything today. You don't need to commit, sign, or declare. You just need to be mindful, methodical, and true to your inner voice. Let the noise settle. Let Mercury show you the full picture in time. What looks uncertain now will make perfect sense later. Want your personalized Mercury retrograde survival guide for Virgo? April 21st. Power struggles. Ahead, Virgo. Don't let ego win. Virgo, prepare for a cosmic test of your emotional boundaries. April 21st brings a tense celestial moment as Pluto squares Venus, shaking the very foundation of your closest relationships, both romantic and professional. If things have been simmering under the surface, today could cause it all to erupt. You're usually measured, rational, and calm under pressure. But this isn't just about logic. This is about power, control, vulnerability, and trust. 4 elements that rarely play nice when Pluto's involved. What's happening in the sky? Pluto, the planet of transformation, power, and deep psychological shifts, is squaring off against Venus, the planet of love, beauty, pleasure, and relationships. This harsh angle means these 2 planets are in conflict, not cooperation. And that can manifest as tension in romantic or intimate relationships, struggles for control in friendships or business partnerships, manipulation or emotional guilt-tripping, jealousy, insecurity, or mistrust surfacing unexpectedly. This isn't casual drama. Pluto doesn't do surface level. It dives deep and forces you to confront things you might have preferred to ignore. The danger: emotional manipulation and blown-up conflicts. On April 21st, someone might test your limits, consciously or not. That person could be a partner, a boss, a friend, or even a client. You'll feel the vibe shift. Something subtle might feel off, a comment that feels too sharp, a request that seems controlling, an attitude that raises your defenses. And suddenly, you're in a power struggle you didn't see coming. Small issues can blow up fast today, especially if one or both parties feel unheard or undervalued. You may also feel the pull to win an argument or prove a point, even if it costs you peace. Why it hits Virgo? Differently, as a Virgo, you crave fairness, clarity, and respect. You don't like games. You want everyone to play by the rules. Be direct, be decent, be thoughtful. But Pluto doesn't play fair. Pluto tests you. And under this square, you may doubt someone's intentions, question your own emotional boundaries, feel tempted to take control just to feel safe, want to walk away, rather than deal with emotional messiness. But here's the truth. This tension is not about them. It's about you. It's about what you're learning to tolerate, what you need to release, and how to protect your peace without resorting to control. Relationship hot zones. Romantic partnerships, possessiveness, jealousy, or emotional withdrawal may arise. Friendships. Power imbalance could be revealed. Someone always taking, someone always giving. Work relationships. Authority figures may try to dominate or manipulate. You may push back. Self-worth. You might second-guess your value or compare yourself unfairly to others. What to do? Navigate this day. Like a Virgo pro, identify what's real versus reactionary. Feel the trigger, but don't act on it immediately. Ask, is this about the present moment or past baggage showing up? Speak truth, but gently. If something needs to be said, say it, but choose your words with care. Venus values kindness, even in conflict. Don't engage in emotional power plays, manipulation, ultimatums, silent treatment. Resist those urges, and don't accept them from others either. Take a timeout. Distance can bring clarity. If an interaction is escalating, it's okay to pause and revisit it later. Reflect, don't react. Pluto wants transformation, not destruction. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me about trust, value, and power? Real talk. Should you end a relationship today? Short answer. Number. Unless something extremely toxic comes to light, today is not the day to make final decisions. Pluto's energy, a deeper layer, self-love and inner power. Pluto square. Venus doesn't just highlight how others treat you, it shines a light on how you treat yourself. Are you giving away your power to be accepted? Are you dimming your voice to keep the peace? Are you ignoring red flags in the name of loyalty? This day is your wake-up call. Not to destroy, but to heal, protect, and redefine the love you give and receive. April 21st isn't easy, but it's important. This is the kind of day that helps you grow stronger, clearer, and more aligned with what truly matters. Virgo, don't fear the storm. Navigate it with wisdom. Let Pluto show you where the cracks are, and let Venus remind you that you are worthy of love, clarity, and balance. Want help decoding power dynamics in your chart? Get your Pluto-Venus energy report, a custom deep dive into love, boundaries, and transformation for your Virgo soul. Tap here to claim your guide. April 25th, health dip incoming. Virgo, your body is sending you a message. Virgo, your body is your temple, but even temples need maintenance. On April 25th, the moon moves through your sign and faces off with Saturn, the planet of boundaries, restriction, and pressure. This isn't just a cosmic head cold. This is a wake-up call from the universe to slow down, check in with yourself, and prioritize rest before your system demands it. The planetary setup, Moon in Virgo versus Saturn in Pisces. The moon is all about your inner world, emotions, instinct, physical sensitivity. And when it's in your sign, you feel everything more intensely. Add to that Saturn sitting in Pisces, the opposite sign, and the tension gets real. Saturn rules discipline, responsibility, and limitation. When it opposes the moon, it creates a day where your energy feels blocked, your emotions feel heavy, and your body feels drained. The danger, energy crash, stress symptoms, and physical fatigue. Let's be honest, Virgos aren't always great at taking breaks. You're the one who keeps going, pushing through, doing just one more thing. But on April 25th, that go, go, go mentality could backfire. Here's what to watch out for: sudden drop in energy or motivation. Minor health issues flaring up, especially gut-related, headaches, tight shoulders or sleep disturbances, emotional numbness or feeling disconnected, guilt for not being productive enough. Let's be clear, this isn't weakness. It's your body's way of demanding respect. Why it hits Virgo differently. As a Virgo, you're naturally tuned in to physical well-being, routines, and habits. You pride yourself on staying organized and responsible, often juggling more than others realize. But when the moon is in your sign and Saturn comes knocking, that weight of responsibility can feel extra heavy. You may suddenly feel unappreciated for your efforts, overwhelmed by your to-do list, emotionally flat or isolated, physically more vulnerable. It's not in your head. It's planetary. Virgo's April 25th. Survival guide. Rest without guilt. Cancel the non-essentials. Sleep in if you can. Take that midday nap. Your body isn't lazy, it's healing. Hydrate, nourish, drink water. Eat easy to digest meals. Avoid caffeine overload and processed food. This is a gut-focused transit, so treat your stomach with kindness. Say no to overcommitment. Even if you're tempted to say yes to everything, don't. Not today. Boundaries are sacred under a Saturn transit. Watch your inner critic. You might feel like you're failing because you're not being super productive. You're not. You're human and you deserve downtime. Gentle movement. Only skip the intense workout. A short walk, stretch, or breathing exercise will do more for you today than breaking a sweat. Emotional clarity check-in. This day also affects your emotional wellness. With Saturn across from the moon, feelings may seem distant, flat, or hard to access. You may not feel like yourself, and that's okay. Instead of forcing positivity, try this. Journal what you're feeling, even if it's numb. Sit in silence with your thoughts. Let them pass. Use this time to feel your way back to yourself, slowly, gently. Don't ignore the warning signs. This isn't a day to power through or fake it till you make it. Pushing too hard now could lead to burnout, immune dips, or stress-related illness later. Your body is giving you signals. Please don't silence them. April 25th is not about hustling harder, it's about healing smarter. Saturn opposite Moon is your cosmic permission slip to pause, breathe, and recharge. Not because you've earned it, but because you need it. Let this be the day you treat yourself with the same care and gentleness you give everyone else. Want personalized insight on how Saturn is affecting your health and energy patterns? Get your Virgo Wellness Astrology reading today, crafted to help you align with lunar cycles for better balance. April 28th, Identity Crisis, Virgo. Who are you becoming? Virgo, if you feel off on April 28th, like something deep inside you is shifting, you're not imagining it. You're standing at the edge of a transformational eclipse wave, and its energy is building hard and fast. This isn't about external chaos, it's an inner unraveling, the kind that pushes you to ask the questions you normally keep tucked away. Who am I really? What am I doing with my life? Why don't I feel like myself anymore? The cosmic setup, pre-eclipse pressure. Although the actual lunar eclipse falls on April 29th, its energy casts a long emotional shadow, and you'll feel it intensely the day before. For you, Virgo, this moment hits especially hard because it drags the spotlight inward, away from your external routines and right into the heart of your emotional world. Lunar eclipses are about release, endings, and awakening. And when you're on the edge of one, all your doubts, insecurities, and forgotten dreams come to the surface. This is not comfortable energy, but it is necessary. The danger: self-doubt, isolation, and inner disruption. April 28th may bring a kind of emotional fog, not unlike walking through a hallway of mirrors where every reflection feels unfamiliar. You might feel emotionally detached from friends or partners. Question if you're on the right path in your career. Revisit painful memories or unresolved identity wounds. Withdraw from people, even those you love. Feel like you're shedding an old version of yourself without knowing what's next? This is not a sign that something's wrong. This is your spirit clearing space for something more real, more aligned, more you. Why Virgo feels this? So intensely, you thrive on structure, logic, and clarity. You like to know where things stand. But eclipse energy? It's uncertain, intuitive, messy. The opposite of your comfort zone. That's why this particular cosmic moment may shake your inner foundation more than others. It pulls the rug out from under your carefully curated plans and asks, what if you're meant for something bigger? Virgo's Eclipse Survival Guide. 1. Journal what you're feeling. Put your thoughts on paper, even if they don't make sense. Eclipse energy is about clarity through reflection, not reaction. 2. Meditate or go inward. Spend time alone, but not in isolation. Sit in silence, walk in nature, or listen to calming music. Let the emotions move through you. 3. Avoid major decisions. This isn't the day to quit your job, end a relationship, or confront someone. Wait until the eclipse passes and emotions settle. 4. Reach out if you need to. It's okay to ask a friend to hold space for you, even if you're not ready to explain what's going on. You don't have to do this alone. 5. Let go of who you should be. This energy is here to show you who you really are beneath the to-do lists, obligations, and titles. Let it unfold. Virgo mantra for April 28th. I release the version of myself that no longer serves me. I trust the process of becoming who I truly am. Remember, you're not breaking. You're breaking through. When eclipse energy hits, it often feels like life is falling apart. But what's really happening is this: the masks come off. Old stories dissolve, and your soul gets louder. This identity crisis is not a failure. It's a spiritual upgrade in disguise. April 28th is not for fixing, it's for feeling. Let the discomfort show you what's not aligned anymore. Let the eclipse energy whisper the truths your mind usually blocks out. Let yourself evolve, even if it's quiet, even if no one sees it but you. Ready to find out what this eclipse is personally trying to awaken in you? Get your Virgo Eclipse soul map now and discover what you're being called to release and what's waiting on the other side. Tap here to begin your soul reset. Final thoughts: be cautious, not fearful. These 6 days after April 9th aren't here to break you, they're here to teach you. Yes, they're intense, but they also hold the power to transform your path. You're still in control, Virgo. You just need to stay grounded, stay mindful, and stay protected. Want personalized protection? Your sun sign is only the beginning. To truly shield yourself from the storms ahead, you need to know your full birth chart and how these transits affect your moon rising and Venus signs too. Click here to get your custom Virgo protection guide for April, including rituals, affirmations, and powerful do's and don'ts. Don't walk blind into cosmic chaos. Walk prepared.